Welcome back, fuckers, to the Mateo Lopez Experience. I am your host. I had a conversation with a friend recently, and he's been going through a tough breakup. He was dating this girl that he was really telling me like he could wife one day, and he broke up with her. And he was telling me like, dude, I think I messed up. I think I might get back with her. And I hit him with something what I'm gonna coin as the two futures term. I told him, you have two futures in front of you. There's a future that you can compromise for, so you can go back to her, nice, easy, anybody can do that. Boom, you'll be happy for a little bit of time. Or you have the other future, the future that you sacrifice for. Because he's looking for a real wife. He ain't looking for just some bitch for a night. Fuck that. He's looking for a wife to keep him through for the next 20 years on life, till death do us part type shit. And I fuck with that. So shout out my boy. And I told him, you have a second option, the future that you can sacrifice for. There's a future that you can sacrifice for. You cannot go back to this girl, and you can just wait. You can improve yourself until you find the right woman, till death do us part. And you're like, man, that's a good, man, fuck you keeping me on straight, man. Let's fucking go. So I wanted to share this video out with you guys, because if I can help one guy with that, I hope I can help a lot more. Because one guy is great, but when I have the ability to help more, why shouldn't I? So oftentimes, maybe it won't even be so much of a clear-cut fucking answer, but you're gonna want to do one thing. A part of your mind is gonna want to compromise for a future. When instead, maybe you should sacrifice for a future. And this isn't so much short-term gratification versus long-term gratification. Because short-term gratification could be like, oh, I want to play a video game, versus long-term is like, okay, let's work so we can make millions. But sometimes it's a little more different. Sometimes it's long-term gratification versus also long-term gratification. So sometimes it's a little hard to tell the difference between what you want. But usually, the better choice boils down to, what's the harder option? What's the option that can pay me back better? What's the option that is harder, that less people would do, that's gonna make me happier one day when I make it work? Because you gotta promise yourself that you're gonna make it work. Because nothing's guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. You could work so fucking hard, and then all your gains be gone out the window because you got in a car accident. You were in a coma for 9 months. These shits can happen. You could get jacked. You could make a lot of money and then lose it. So it won't be good for your health. And I guess in this circumstance, you gotta choose the option that's gonna be better in the long run. Are you gonna compromise and be like, oh, I got jacked, I'm not gonna get jacked again? And be like, you know what? The best part of getting jacked was the journey. It was about seeing myself grow, so I'm gonna do it again. Of course, one is harder. Now you gotta spend an hour, 2 hours every day, every other day working out. Make sure you're eating good, building that muscle back. And it's quicker this time since you had muscle. So sometimes, when faced with an issue, I can't think of a lot of examples, I'm sorry, but sometimes even sometimes you have two hard options, and one hard option is still a little bit more of a compromise. Sometimes it's like, you get happy for a little bit, but in the long run, maybe not. Maybe that's not super long term. More of the story is, oftentimes, choose the harder option. Choose the option that you'll be thanking yourself for when you make it work. Even though it's not guaranteed, you should fucking opt to try for it, and don't stop until you make it work. Simple. You gotta choose the option that future you would thank yourself for. I guarantee that if my friend went back to his ex, because she was good, but she wasn't everything that he wanted. It's like you settle for a 9 out of 10 when you could have had a 10. I'm not saying this in like a ranking perspective. I'm just saying how I imagine it, because I genuinely don't know. I'm not trying to rank girls. I don't really know this bitch. So I lost my train of thought. So sometimes you shouldn't really compromise. You should not fucking compromise. Even if it's a 9 out of 10, you should go for the 10. Because you gotta think, what do you deserve? What does your future self deserve? What do you want to die with? You only got one life. You only have one life. Some people, it might come out the news tomorrow that they got 6 months left to live, because there was a cancer that went completely unnoticed within their body. And you gotta tell yourself, okay, I could die at any moment. What's the option I would rather sacrifice for? Would I rather have the compromise and have the girl right now, but in 10 years be like, I don't know about this, I don't know about this? Or do you want to wait maybe 2 years, 3, 4, maybe even 10 years and then find the right woman and spend the rest of your life in absolute fucking ecstasy because you wake up next to the most perfect 10 out of 10 ever? Personally, I know what I'd rather choose, even if it took 10 years. Even if it took 10 years, I know by the time the 10 years was there, it would be the better choice. Last night I was flexing, listening to music, as I usually do, great hobby of mine, and I was just hit with like, I'm so grateful for all the hard work I've done. And when I think about it, like, that's one of the most amazing feelings a man can have. I'm grateful I worked hard to get to where I am today. Amazing fucking feeling. So why would you compromise later because you've already worked so fucking hard? Why would you build a foundation of a house and then just keep the frame rather than finish the fucking house? You've built the strong foundation, so why do you just build a room when you can build a mansion? Sure, the mansion is going to take harder, it's going to take more expertise, it's going to take more time, it might take more money, but end of the fucking day, aren't you going to be grateful that you have a mansion and not a room? I know what I'd rather have. Shut the fuck up, Crow, I'm going to kill your ass. Alright, you have a good night, you have a good one. Watching this at night, good night, homie. Don't stay up too late. Otherwise that crocodile's going to eat your asshole. Alright, peace.